Hello, this is Donna, psychic medium and direct messenger for spirit. The afterlife is, actually, all around us. The messages from our loved ones, spirit guides, and pieces of our soul are waiting to be heard. If this is your first episode, welcome. I invite you to go back and listen to previous episodes where I link my guest to their loved one or a piece of their soul's existence in the afterlife. Thank you for listening and for sharing. Please consider leaving a review. Enjoy and stay tuned for more. I have a feeling there will be much more from the afterlife. If you are interested in a private reading with me, or if you'd like to be a guest on the podcast, see the show notes. And breathing in and exhaling. State out loud, Brenda, I am open to receive.
I am open to receive.
Spirit saying, what's best is for you. What's best is for you, always first. First and foremost is what is best for you. What feels like you can move forward, have some forward momentum with that while you gain confidence for the other thing. Spirit's telling me both are combined. You can use both of them to proliferate. I don't think I'd ever use that word in real life. Proliferate what you need to do for you first, and then with the understanding that every vibration out there will pick that up because you are feeling that vibration first. So I'm going to reiterate what I saw in my head when you asked the question, was this wave, I like to call it a tsunami of souls that come in to hear your message and then move out to expand that message.
I can see them. I can actually feel them. So,
right. So for you to figure out what is going to vibrate highest for you, and now I'll say there is no high or low, there is only expansion. So what will expand you as the human that you are, first and foremost, before you start thinking or even contemplating, how am I going to reach others? Spirit wants you to bring it back to only yourself. And how will that vibrate within you?
Okay.
I'm hearing from them that it won't take long.
No, I know what it is. It's the poetry does something with my inner child. It heals my inner child. It brings all that out. So it just kind of has to be there. And I think I've always known that.
So why can't you, Spirit saying, like, you see this now, to take that poetry, you don't have to state it's for your inner child because you've done that work on yourself. But imagine how many other souls out there will connect to their inner child based on the vibration that you have already put into the words of that poem. You understand that, yes or no?
Yes, I do.
So when you do that healing, when you do that soul work, which is why you're sitting there right now, when you've accomplished, when you've gained confidence that all of your inner children have benefited from the poetry, you are able to put that vibration out there. And even though you don't see them physically, the vibration of that tsunami of souls will come to you and receive their own inner child healing. You understand that, yes or no?
Yes, I do.
And it's a beautiful image that I have in my head. But Spirit's saying your thoughts of how can I, how will I, it doesn't matter. It only matters that you do it. It only matters that you begin putting it out there. Once you start putting it out there, then the wheels start rolling. And you say, oh, this will be perfect to put here now. Why don't I just start a blog on this? They're saying just start something, because in the space that you're in right now, nothing is happening because nothing is happening.
No, I have a poetry blog and the spiritual mystics. Well, my whole life I've gone back and forth with it.
Back and forth is just your confidence that's not there. Do it all. Do it all. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Donna here now. You see me. I'm on every social media platform I can be on. I have blogs, at least 4 of them out there with 4 different concepts.
Okay.
And every once in a while, I'll get up in the morning and I'll go, ooh, Past Life Goals needs a blog today. Spirit, what do we got? And I'll just start typing, post it off.
I just seen a couple of your videos on past lives. I actually love it.
Thank you. They're powerful. However, I did that work originally.
Yeah.
Your poetry did the work of the inner child for you. That's the confidence you need to draw on. Spirit's saying you need to grab that little girl that still thinks she's a little girl and say, I'm in charge now. We're moving. And yes, we're going to use what we went through and it will be okay, because we're going to continue this process. But we need that confidence. You need to show that little girl, as the adult Brenda that you are, that you have that confidence and you want to pull her into that confidence. Because right now I see her standing out like in a field, feeling beautiful, feeling I'm receiving the sunlight, but yet feeling by herself. She doesn't understand the concept of the tsunami. She doesn't understand that. She thinks it's all her by herself. So you need to go to that field with her, walk up to her and say, come on, we're going to take this field and this feeling with us right now. We don't want to stand out alone in a field. We want to stand out in our field. Oh, how good was that?
That was amazing. You need to write that one down.
We don't need to stand out alone. This is something I'll use in a field.
That's a really good one. I like that.
Spirit's good. We need to stand out in our field. Do you feel the confidence as that phrase transitions into the next?
Yes.
I love the way it happens because I don't see it coming until it's out of my mouth. And then after I say it, that was good.
Yeah.
So you're saying to this little girl that's still standing alone in the field, hey, look, I'm coming now. I'm going to grab your hand. We don't need to stand alone by ourselves in this field anymore. We need to start standing out into the field that I have chosen in this life. The field that you have chosen in this life is not the field that that little girl has chosen. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's you as the adult has chosen this field. All she knows is she feels wonderful in that field by herself. She doesn't care. We need to convince her to care. We need to show the adult in you to grab her by the hand, hold her hand and say, we're going now. I'm just still writing that. The field you have chosen in this human existence. Because when I look at souls, that's another existence that's revolving around us. So that little girl still sits there in her existence. It's still here in our vibration. It's still happening right here. You see me, I keep turning to my left, which is feminine. So that little girl for you is sitting in an existence, in a vibration, in a dimension that's right to your left side. And we need to bring that in because you're still feeling, might as well be alone. It's still cool right here. It feels good. Why shouldn't I just stay here by myself? But there are souls, the tsunami of souls that need you. You understand?
Yeah.
That's where the confidence comes in. That's where the confidence comes in. and the no doubt comes in. Do you understand?
Yep.
That was a powerful, very powerful, that little girl right there. And I'm not going to be you. You're going to have to do that work. You're going to have to go there and gain that confidence to walk up to her and say, I got this, but you're coming with me because I need you also. And there comes, you've already done the work, because look at her. She's standing out there just beautiful and absorbing the sunlight. You've done the work. She's happy, whatever you consider happy, she's fine. But she needs you now to pull her this way, and you need that confidence of her. She needs you, and you need her now. You need to bring her into this presence, this where you are right now, so that you can, what's the word, Spirit? You can use the vibration of both of you to draw the tsunami in. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I know why you've seen the girl in the field. When I was a little girl, I used to stand in the field.
You did not.
Yes, I did, alone. My father grew vegetables, and I used to go out there by myself and just sit there in the field. I used to meditate in the field. I didn't know what I was doing then, but...
That's amazing, wonderful, so life affirming. Yes?
Oh, yeah.
It's exactly what I see. She's got this white dress on with yellow print flowers. I don't know what yellow means. You might Google that, but
No, I already know what yellow means to me.
what does it mean?
Oh, the roses? The yellow flowers? It's love. It's pure love. It stands for my grandfather. I kind of know what it's saying. My whole life, I've given that credit to my grandfather, that he was my rock. It's saying, now it's time, Brenda, you have to be your own. Which comes to Rocky. That it was my question for you. Connected with him? I can't see him.
Rocky the fighter?
This was a guide that you had said was mine, and he's here. He's here. Can you give me a visual description of him? Because I see him as a professional wrestler, because I was a huge wrestling fan as a child. And I don't see him as Rocky. I see him as Paul Ellering. I don't know if you know who that is. Ever heard of the Road Warriors? He managed the Road Warriors. He's very intelligent, very strong businessman. He's someone I've looked up to my whole life because of his business sense.
Okay. Let's unpack that. But let's go back to the little girl first. That little girl needs you to be her rock. You said it before you even mentioned. I forgot about Rocky.
Huh?
So that little girl needs you to be her rock, right? The confidence of that warrior, Rocky. The passion, the business sense. Exactly what you saw when I mentioned this, we're talking about the class that you took about me giving a spirit guide. So this spirit guide I gave you, Rocky, to me, if I gave you the image then, but at this point, I just see this rock man with so much power, so much weight, meaning I've got this that I need to share now.
Okay.
You explained about your vision of Rocky. You should absolutely take that. You should use that. You should use that, because he said his name was Rocky, which led you to this wrestling that you love.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. We didn't know that when I first went in. So you're telling me even more now, because you have worked with Rocky.
Yes. He's with me all the time. Ever since we did that. It goes back to my grandfather and my father again, that strong male. And he gives me that sense of power and strength. Like, okay, I'm here for you. Which was maybe what I needed, because both my father and grandfather are gone. My grandfather is my guardian angel. He's definitely my spirit guide. So.
Absolutely. I love how that happens. And you just explained it. You, that little girl out in the field, as what you actually were in this lifetime, you counted on your father and your grandfather always having your back, being your rock. You didn't have to grow up because it was so comfortable having them as your rock.
Oh, I see.
And that's why that little girl still stands there. And also why all your questions in this dimension now. Because that little girl, there's like that little just challenge between the two of you. No, I'm comfortable here. There's you, but I want to grow. I have all these questions, but not realizing that that little girl still is comfortable there. You need, again, like we said, go to that little girl. Have Rocky with you. Be the rock of the confidence that you gained from your dad and your grandfather. You gained it. But now, because they're in the spirit world, still giving it to you, but you need to know that you have it. That little girl needs to know that you have it now as the adult. There's just that little piece, that little thread that's still holding on to, I want dad and grandpa to do it. You have it. That's who we are as adults. Got it?
Yep.
You see that little girl, you see the image because you know the image. You've had that
I
image
know it so well.
before I even said it. This is a great testament to how my mediumship is changing when I talk about past lives. Some of them are. I literally went through that past life, right? The full vision of that past life. But this is the piece of you as this young child, this little piece of your soul. So it's not really only past lives, but it is the soul's journey to come back into the human fully. All those little pieces that are showing us something, teaching us something in this vibration that's still here with us, just a different dimensional vibration. And when we start to feel it more, that is our ability to access. For me, it's my mediumship. For me, it's past lives. For me, it's any spirit that's lingering, because I'm connecting to everything that's happening right now. Past, present, and future is happening. I don't need to see it physically because I know it vibrationally.
You feel it in your heart.
Right? And that's my heart. That's my heart center, because that's where everyone vibrates from. That's expansion. So it's no longer I'm raising my vibration. It is now I'm expanding my vibration. Raising vibration feels judgy.
Yeah.
But expanding the vibration allows for the tsunami to come in and then branch out, go back out. Expanding. That's what's happening. And that's what heart is. It's heart expansion. I love the heart chakra, which to me is the only chakra accessible now. It's the only one we need. Everything we talked about here is about you accepting that expansion of your heart, because you worked so hard already with your inner child. You've done that work. Now we just need to say, hey, you out there, get this way. No, okay, you're not willing to come? I'll come to you. It's another movie that just played out in this session. How does that make your emotional body feel right now?
It's very light. It's almost like a heartbeat, but I've always been like that. I'm very vibrational anyway. Like I've always listened to music. I really believe that that helps heal people.
Moving out of you, so that the tsunami of people can feel it out there. We have to vibrate that love. We have to vibrate that heart center in all directions. Not just because we think if I go higher, I'm going to meet all those other higher people up there and all's going to be great. We need to expand up, down, left, right, inner, outer.
I liked your spiral thing when you were talking about the past lives. I really like that everything spirals.
It's always available.
Because I've done a lot of past life work on myself and others too. So and I was like, oh, a new perspective. This is Wow, I never thought of it like that before.
I don't think I thought of it when I first started my journey with past lives. It was all there in the words, what I was seeing, but it was only like these last few years where I started to recognize there's something more here. It's not just the soul is over there in that past life. That soul is here. And when we recognize that dimensions,
All together, you're bringing everything together.
and that's the purpose of our soul's human existence. If we were in the afterlife, not here as a human body, our soul is whole. It is the purpose to come here and learn that the soul, when we're here in the physical body, is the one teaching us. And that's who we need to connect with vibrationally. Big breath. Wow. That was a good one, Brenda. That is my purpose. Even if it's that tiny vibration of one word that comes out of me from spirit, that comes out of me in this sense of presence, because I've stepped confidently into my own presence. Because of that expanded vibration, you're picking it up. And that's what the tsunami is.
Thank you, because you know what? I kept hearing for about the past 3 months now that there's a big tsunami coming. But it was like a spiritual thing, and I didn't quite understand what it meant. And I kept seeing Mount Fuji, the island, like they were trying to tell me in different ways, but I just wasn't getting what. So you kind of clarified that.
The word tsunami is tough for people to think because you think of the destruction.
No, actually, I think of the power and the strength behind it. Transformational.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it means to me as far as like spirituality goes.
Yep.
But a huge transformation, not just some little tiny thing. And this is probably something I've been working on my whole life that's going to, all of a sudden, it's just going to be boom.
I agree 100%. I love the image because I saw it back in 2015. I saw the image in a class. I saw the souls, hundreds, thousands of souls come into the room that we were in, receive the message that we were speaking.
Wow.
And then go back out.
Wow.
Because I'm a medium, so that was the perfect opportunity that night for that to happen. And because that whole week we were giving classes and students were in front of us, we processed the image. And that's the first time someone said, it was like a tsunami. Yes, I said. Yes. It's coming. It's here. It's here.
Oh, yeah.
Expand the heart vibe. Expand it. Like when a tsunami comes in, it takes everything and it sucks it back out. And when it comes in, it moves everything. There's the power.
Yeah.
So feeling this vibrational tsunami is pulling everything that you and I, the work we do, and everybody who's doing this, pushing it out to other people, and then grabs whatever they have, brings it back. And it's this cycle of continuous out and in until we all reach this fully expanded vibration of oneness. And that's where the oneness comes in.
Like that.
Yeah, thank you.
It was amazing, Donna, and I thank you so much.
I thank Spirit. It was amazing.
Well, you brought something to my attention, too. I think my whole life it's always been about the self-confidence.
Right. Me too. Until I just said, leave no room for doubt, and Spirit has my back.
Yeah.
May we have that confidence, and may we stay confident in the presence of that.
Thank you so much once again.
I'd like to thank my guest today for allowing all of us to join in on their process, their journey. And I'd like to thank you for not only listening, but coming together in a oneness vibration. Thanks again.